Hey everyone, Eric Green, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by here again. As you can see right now, I am in a little bit different setting. This is actually the junk removal box truck. So I actually operate the business out of a box truck. I just feel like it's easier for how I do it. There's a lot of different ways. A lot of guys will have a trailer or a dump truck. I seem to do best on a box truck. I like having everything all in one spot. I don't have to worry about things falling out. Yeah, you do have to touch the product twice. A lot of people, that's the biggest complaint, is they say that they want to be able to just pull up to the landfill, to the dump, and just dump it all out, that's a big benefit for sure. But I will say that dumping it out of the truck, taking it all out by hand, is actually the easiest part of junk hauling. Because once we back into the dump, we just literally just chuck it right there. I mean, it literally will take me and one of my employees 10 minutes tops, and we've done it in 5 minutes. Depends on what's loaded up, of course, but anyway, so that's what we do. We just do it by hand because we can fit a lot more in a dump truck. So this is a 14-foot box truck. I got a really killer deal on it, actually. I found it on Facebook Marketplace for $3,000, and that's a steal, obviously. Now it's an older truck. It's a 1997 Chevy. I think it's like a G3500 or something like that. But well maintained. I mean, it's clean. It runs great. I love the way it runs. It drives. But you got to have the cash available to be able to buy something like that quickly, because when something is hot on Facebook Marketplace, or something is selling and it's a good deal, it's going to go quick. So you have to have some cash available to do that. And so when I saw that this box truck posted on Facebook Marketplace, it was about an hour and a half away from where I live, and I saw it posted, and I knew it was going to go quick. And as soon as it posted, I had the truck in my possession in about 8 hours. I told the guy I'd got to come right now, and I went down there and bought it. I just knew it was a good deal. And I mean, worst case scenario, it's if it stops, someone's horn's going off there. Worst case scenario, this truck is lettered. I showed a video of it earlier, of what it looks like. So I mean, it's huge. Green's Outdoor Cleaning. It's a big phone number on it. Or not Outdoor Cleaning, that's our other business. Green's Junk Removal. With a big huge phone number on it. I mean, it's a moving billboard. It's humongous. That's why I love the box. That's another reason I love the box trucks, because it looks like a billboard. Like, that's how large it is. Like, the dimensions are as big as a billboard. So you're driving down the street, and if it's a clear, crisp, bright lettering, it doesn't have to be any kind of fancy, logo, design, or wrap. I know there's a lot of people that have nice wrap trucks and everything. I think, that's great if you want to do that. I personally, I get a great ROI just on the lettering, the vinyl lettering. I have a friend that does it for me. I pay her to do it. She has her own company, and it works out great. It gets the message across of what we're doing. So that's that guerrilla marketing has been very effective. Just driving the truck. I mean, I'll park, like right now. I'm actually parked at well, you probably can't see. I'm parked in there it is, Ace Hardware. So I'm actually really quick. I stopped at Ace Hardware just to stop here. Well, the reason I stopped here actually is because I'm getting a coffee down at Starbucks, which is like right there, but I can't park. This truck is too big. So I parked up here at Ace Hardware, and just right here, I'm just parked here, and gonna go down and get my coffee in just a minute. But figure I'd stop here and take a short little video, and guess what? While I'm sitting here, people are seeing this big old box truck just sitting here. It's huge, and it's moving, so I know that the phone calls will come in. But anyway, there's so many things that that I want to share. Obviously, there's so many videos that I want to make, and the different things items that we find and how I bid jobs, the CRM that I use. Predominantly, we're doing junk removal. Like I said, I have the pressure washing business that I've been running for over a year, and we can talk a little bit about that too. Last year was my first full year doing pressure washing, and we did just under 200,000 in revenue. Obviously there's expenses that go into pressure washing. You got to buy the pressure washers, and I have a crew, so I pay employees and fuel and marketing cost and bleach and soaps and all kinds of things. But you can make a pretty good income doing a lot of different home services, and that's ultimately what my passion is home services. I love starting home services because there's so many services that homeowners need, and down to carpet cleaning, handyman services. If you could scale that, I'm always getting my customers asking me if I know of any good handyman. There's a big need for it. A good, reliable one that's scalable, where people are on demand. Window cleaning. There's just so many home services. Plumbing, heating, HVAC, garage doors. There's so many home services. Just general construction, roofing, siding, concrete. There's so many, and there's so many ways to make money in home services. It's astounding. So I was going to talk more about that. In fact, today, actually, a little tip I want to give that I actually got from somebody else in a Facebook group. He started off junk hauling, and he put out a post on Nextdoor. And if you're not on Nextdoor, you got to download the app. It's basically a social media platform for your local community. So if you live in, say, I don't know, San Antonio, Texas, people of San Antonio, Texas that live there are going to be on this platform. You're not going to have people from like Los Angeles or Seattle in that app, that community. So you get a lot of business from that. But anyway, this guy posted this thing right after Christmas about how he was going to remove Christmas trees for free. So if anybody had any Christmas trees that their trash wouldn't take away, he'd come pick them up for free. I'm like, oh, that's a genius idea. So trees are very easy and cheap to dispose of. In fact, a lot of places you can dispose of yard waste and things like that for free. And that just helped get his name out there. And I'll tell you what, I actually made a post about that. I said, if anybody needs any, I took a photo of the truck and just put that up there. And I said, if anybody needs any Christmas trees removed that their garbage, regular garbage truck wouldn't take, we'd be happy to come by and take it for free. So that does a couple things. Number one, it makes you look like you're giving back to the community, which you are. And number two, it gets your name out there, and people know, like, oh, Green, junk removal company, whatever, for us it's Green's Junk Removal. So they see that, and it also puts you in a positive light. So they may call you back again later or whatever. You're just getting your name out there in a positive way. And so I'm actually going to go pick up a Christmas tree here because someone actually called me out on it. And so I have to go pick up this Christmas tree here in just a minute. It's actually starting to snow. It's kind of like crummy out today. We're in the Northeast and right outside of Scranton, Pennsylvania. And so anyway, but it's kind of funny just the way life works. I'm a big believer that when you give out to people in need, or anytime you're giving something to somebody, or you're putting out good vibes or good energy, or you're giving in some way, shape, or form, I'm a big believer that it comes back to you. And I know that sounds kind of like woo-woo-y and kind of like power of the mind, law of attraction, mumbo jumbo stuff, but I just personally see the evidence in my life. Whenever I am giving out to somebody else, I'm giving in some way, shape, or form, it always comes back to me. And it kind of cracks me up because even this Christmas tree thing that I'm doing right now, I made that post last night, and this morning this older lady calls me up asking me if I could pick up a Christmas tree, and I said of course. And I kid you not, an hour later, I'm cleaning out my wife's minivan because we're going to a Great Wolf Lodge. It's a resort I think they're all over the country, but there's one up here. Anyway, we're going to this resort for a couple days, and we have several kids, and so the minivan is just, you know, it needs to be cleaned out pretty bad. So I'm cleaning it out, vacuuming it, and I find in the glove box an envelope of, and I almost threw the envelope out. There's a couple envelopes in there, and I thought they were just empty. I almost threw them out, and there's $165 in the envelopes. There's a $100 bill and a couple of 20s and like a 5. And of course, it's my wife's money, and I asked her about it, and she was like as surprised as I was. Somehow that money got put in the glove box, and you know, it's probably been there for months. And you know, I mean, and some people may say, hey, you were gonna find that money anyway. I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have. Maybe I wouldn't have found it then, and who knows, maybe I would have thrown it away by accident. I don't know, maybe I would have found it in 3 months from now, or like I said, maybe I would have just tossed it by accident when I was cleaning. But all I know is I did something kind for somebody by taking away their tree for free, and I got $165 back from the universe. Again, I don't know, I can't prove it. I'm just saying I've experienced this in my life enough times to know that when you give out, you get. You're not really giving. You can't really give because you get back. But you have to do it with a sincere attitude of giving. You can't just, you know, give and know that you're going to get back. You just have to sincerely just want a desire in your heart to help people. But then you also just kind of know that it's going to come back to you. You can't outgive the universe or God. It just automatically comes back to you. So anyway, I'm getting a little philosophical on you guys here, but it's important to keep your mind right, and you know, just to give to people. You don't necessarily, I'm not saying to give away free services or to lower your prices. I'm certainly not saying that, because I'm a big believer in having, you know, firm, high prices. I don't haggle with my customers at all. This is a different conversation, what I'm talking about. I really don't believe that you should haggle. I mean, you don't go into, you know, the grocery store and ask the manager, you know, if he'll take, you know, $2.99 for a bag of potatoes, as you know, instead of the marked price of $4.99. You just can't do that. The price is the price, you know. And I feel like that's how it is. And if they don't like the price, well, they can go to a different grocery store. And I feel like that's the same with what we do. With junk removal or any home service that you do, is know what your prices are and stick to them. And you provide a valuable service for somebody, and they could be much higher than other companies. That's okay. But stick to your prices, be firm. Again, that's a separate, I just want to make that clear, that when I say to give to people and to give out, that does not mean to give free services to everybody and to lower your prices and to haggle. Doesn't mean that. So anyways, video is getting a little bit lengthy here, but I'm excited about this video log here, this vlog. If you wouldn't mind, please hit the subscribe button, and you know, make a comment, you know, write a comment down there asking any questions or just whatever, anything you want to say. You know, I just want to help people out here and kind of grow my business and kind of keep myself accountable, and kind of log where we're at, what we're doing. And I think we'll probably have some videos showing actual numbers, how we're doing it, like the nuts and bolts of how we do it, because I think a lot of people don't show that, and I want to be able to help people. There's so much money out there. There's enough pie for everybody. So anyway, guys, be safe, and we're gonna talk more soon. All right, thank you.